Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help coaches and service providers create consistent content that converts into consistent sales with a YouTube channel. So I help business owners start and grow their YouTube channels for their business. I have been creating content on Beyonce's internet since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to strategically shop and save money so they did not have to pay full price for all the things that they want, like and needed. In 2020, my clients were like, hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start a YouTube channel? Can you teach us how to start a business? Can you teach us how to start a side hustle? And I was like, okay. And then my business coach at the time was like, hey, Crystal, you're one of my star students. Come coach my people. And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. And my very first coaching program that I ran was called YouTube Channel on a Budget. And I ran Side Hustle on a Budget. And I helped 15 women start a YouTube channel. I walked them through the process, and I think it was like 3 months. I walked them through the process of starting a YouTube channel from beginning to end, and they all ended posting like their first like 5-ish videos from the program. And so from 2020 to 2023, I did both. Forward facing, I was your coupon girl. I was, showing you all things CVS, Walgreens, Target, Walmart, Publix. I was couponing everywhere. But then behind the scenes, I was helping my clients start and grow their businesses and start and grow their YouTube channels. And I absolutely loved doing both. But in 2023, I had a 33-year-old crisis. Like, my life was falling apart. I was struggling in business simply because I was wanting to speak to two different audiences. I had built this big couponing audience, but I was really falling in love with helping women start and grow their businesses. And I was like, I need one main focus, because trying to post side hustle videos on my couponing YouTube channel was good, but the SEO of my YouTube channel was just so much couponing. It probably would have took me 2-3 years to like switch that SEO over. And I really didn't want to do that. So I said, I need a pick. Do I want to be the couponing girl, or do I want to do something different and help women with their businesses? And I decided that nothing bad happens when women make more money. I was reading We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers, and I was really inspired by that book. And I was like, you know what? I want to be a business coach. And it was never my goal. It was never my intention. It was never my focus to be a business coach. But out of a need to serve my clients and serve my community, I became a business coach. So I decided that I was going to be a business coach. And the first thing I did was I started a second YouTube channel. And the reason why I did that is because I saw the power of YouTube. I had made thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. At that point, I had made over like $300,000. And most of that money came from my YouTube channel. It came from the audience that I built on YouTube. And I saw how I could build my audience and connect with the people who really needed what I was selling and really needed help in the way that I was helping people from YouTube. So instead of trying to take my current YouTube channel and turn it into a business one, I just went ahead and I started a second YouTube channel that was focused on helping women start and grow their businesses. And it's called Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. So please go subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So I started my second YouTube channel in 2023, and I was like, okay, I'm a business coach. In 2024, I closed down all of my couponing programs, and I let go of all of my clients, and I let go of thousands of dollars of monthly recurring revenue. But in 2024, I was very depressed. Remember when I told y'all my life fell apart? Like, I ended an engagement and I was in the dark place of depression personally, which did not allow me to sign the clients that I wanted to sign. But during my depression, I realized I'm not special. Nothing sets me apart from all of the other business coaches. Like, there's a million business coaches, and I wasn't doing anything different. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall to see if it sticks. I was helping anybody do anything with their business. And when you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. And I was not signing clients consistently. I signed a few, but I was not signing clients consistently. And I did not have like a specific area. So I sat and I coached myself and I said, okay, what have I done really well? And what have I helped my clients with really well? The answer to that question was content. I had posted over 2,000 YouTube videos, and I had gone live over 1,000 times. And from that content, I posted hundreds of videos on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. But from all of that content, I've been able to make over $400,000 from social media, right? My content made me. My content built my business. My content made my sales. My content built my audience. Without my social media, I wouldn't have a business. Without my YouTube channel specifically, I wouldn't have a business and I wouldn't have clients to sell to. So I said, that's it. I need to be a content coach. And when I looked at my clients that I've helped with their businesses, remember, I started off and I helped 15 women start a YouTube channel. Half of them actually had businesses that they sell something from it. And like half of them still have their channels to this day and are still consistent. And that was like 5 years ago. I've helped people with Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. I've helped clients build their consistency strategy on social media. So I said, social media is my jam. Content is my jam. And I decided to be a content coach. And once I made that switch, I started signing clients every month. And then this year, I finally stopped shying away and was like, I need to go back to my roots. I started off teaching women how to start YouTube channels, and I'm going back to it. I really want to focus now on helping coaches and service providers use YouTube to make consistent sales in their business. That's where I am right now. YouTube is my main platform. It's always been my main platform since 2018. And it is really the main reason why I even have a business today. I really owe it all to me putting my content on the YouTube platform. So now in 2025, I'm like, okay, I'm a content coach and I'm specializing in YouTube. So that brings me to tonight's live. I want to talk to y'all about how to stay consistent on YouTube, because out of all of the platforms, YouTube is by far the hardest. And when you are a business owner first and a content creator second, you are consistent in a different way. Your consistency is not posting 3 to 5 times per day. It's posting 3 to 5 times per week and making sure that you are marketing your business and offering your product or service as a solution to your ideal client's problem versus posting to get the followers and the likes and all the things so that you could get brand deals and be an influencer. That may come with you being consistent, but your goal when you're posting on YouTube as a business is to attract your ideal clients and sell them your product, sell them your service, right? So I want to talk to you about being consistent on YouTube as a business owner, being consistent on YouTube, even when it's hard, even when life is lifing, even when you don't feel like it. So I'd love to know who's here. Let me know in the comments who's watching. Where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And I'd like to know in the comments, do you have a YouTube channel? So let me know in the comments, yes, you have a YouTube channel. No, you don't have a YouTube channel and you don't want a YouTube channel. Or you want a YouTube channel. You don't have one, but you want one. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country, and then type yes if you have a YouTube channel, type no if you don't have a YouTube channel and you don't want one, and then type want if you want to start a YouTube channel. So I'm in the Central Florida area. I actually live in Lake County now, and I have 2 YouTube channels. I have a couponing YouTube channel, and I have a business YouTube channel. I've had my couponing YouTube channel since 2018, and I started my business YouTube channel in 2023. So if you want to subscribe, please go subscribe to Build a Business with Chris, and it's Build a Business with KRYS. Okay. So we're going to talk tonight about how to stay consistent on YouTube. YouTube is by far the hardest platform. I've been consistent on every platform. I've been consistent on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. And out of all the platforms, YouTube is the hardest. YouTube requires the most. YouTube is not one where you can just post anything and expect to get results. There's a method to the madness, and you got to be strategic when you're posting on YouTube. So we're going to dig into how to stay consistent on YouTube, how to show up every single week for your ideal clients and be able to actually sell your services to them. Okay. So first things first, you have to decide what consistency looks like for you. Okay. So remember, you are a business owner first and a content creator second. So that means that your main goal is not just to post. Listening to the people that say post 3 to 5 times a day when you're a business owner is not the best advice to follow. Because as a business owner, your main goal is to make sales, right? Posting 3 to 5 times today could get you sales. But if you're a 1-man or a 2-man team, you physically do not have enough hours in a day, time in a week to be posting 20 times a week, to be posting 30 times a week. Like, you just don't have the capacity to do that. And there's no way, if you're a 1-man or a 2-man team, that you're posting 50 times a week or 20 times a week, whatever, and it's all good quality content. You can't afford to post crappy content when you're a business owner, because your goal is to make sales, right? Your goal is to sell your products or services, not to just get as much content up as possible. If this makes sense, type yes in the comments. If this makes sense, tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram, okay? Let me know if this makes sense and you're resonating with me. Just drop a yes in the comments and tap the screen if you're on TikTok, okay? So you have to decide what consistency looks like for you. And it cannot be posting 3 times every single day. That's 21 pieces of content for a week. And as a business owner, that's too much. That's like 85 pieces of content for the month. And as a business owner, that's too much. As a business owner, you need to be focused on selling. You need to be focused on fulfilling your orders. You need to be focused on communicating with your clients, making sure your clients have everything that they need, making sure your back office systems are working for my coaches and service providers, making sure that your frameworks are together, working on your next sales campaign. You cannot spend all of your time posting 3 to 5 times per day. That's a job in itself, and that can be very exhausting. So when it comes to consistency, I have what I call a 1-3-1 method, right? So for business owners who are just dipping their toe into YouTube, you're going to start with 1-3. And then after you have your audience, you'll move to 1-3-1. But Crystal, what's 1-3-1? So YouTube is a long form platform. You need to be posting long form content. Now, yes, they're pushing the hell out of shorts, but your main focus should be getting a minimum of 1 long form video up per week. And it needs to be 10 minutes long. Okay. YouTube is long form. People like watching movies on YouTube. People like watching long form pieces of content on YouTube. When people go to YouTube, they're looking to learn something. They're looking to get information. They're searching specifically how to do this. Why do I need to do this? How can this help me get more of what I want, right? So the 1 in 1-3-1, the first one is 1 long form video a week that needs to be 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, nothing less than 8 minutes. When you're monetized, your videos need to be 8 minutes long to have multiple ads. And you don't want to post a 2 or 3 minute YouTube video. It's a waste. YouTube is the place where you can go deep. So you want to post 1 long form video a week. That's your bare minimum. 1 long form video per week. The 3 is 3 shorts per week. So in 1 week, you want to post 1 long form video, 3 shorts, which are 1 to 3 minutes long. And then you want to go live once a week. Okay. And in a later live, I'm going to teach you how you can create those 5 pieces of content. So 1 long form video, 3 shorts, and 1 live with 1 topic. You don't need 5 different topics, 1 topic for each video. You need 1 topic for the week, and you're going to make that 5 pieces of content. Okay. So my level of consistency for business owners who are using YouTube should be 1-3-1. 1 long form video per week, 3 shorts per week, 1 live per week. And the short and the long form content, you can literally plan that out, batch it out. You don't have to show up for that. Kinsley, are you almost done? Are you almost done with science? Mm-hmm. Okay, don't come in the camera.
I'm in the second one now.
This
second set of flashcards.
Okay.
There's a lot to write, so
okay, go ahead.
Let's use the bathroom now.
Okay. She still got her uniform on. I'm like, don't come in the camera. Okay, so
Wait, how much longer do you think you'll be on?
Why? What do you need?
Just asking.
I mean, I've only been on for 15 minutes. I was talking to Auntie Moo and preparing.
Okay.
Do you need something? You got to get your stuff done. Okay. So 1-3-1 at the bare minimum. If you don't want to do shorts, 1 long form video per week. Now, if you want to do 2 per week, great. But I suggest when you're starting off, do 1 per week. Okay. And if you can do the 1-3 schedule, that's really going to set you up, right? That's really going to set you up because YouTube is pushing shorts. People will watch your shorts and then they can be brought back to your long form piece of content. Okay. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Yes in the comments everywhere else if this is making sense for you, okay? So you first have to decide your level of consistency. You have to figure out how often you're going to show up for YouTube. And like I said, a minimum of 1 long form video per week is where you want to start. That's a great place to start. Okay. Okay. So second thing is, if you want to be consistent on YouTube, you have to make time for it. So when you are a business owner and you're making time to create your products, you're making time to sell your products, you're making time to connect with your audience, right? You need to make time, period, for the whole YouTube process. Now, when I teach my clients, in order to post consistently on YouTube and to get it a well-oiled machine, you're going to need about 8 hours per month. That's about 2 hours per week in order to invest into your YouTube channel as your main marketing platform. You got to think of YouTube as your billboard. Think of YouTube as your commercial. Think of YouTube as your ad. YouTube is how you're going to bring your ideal clients to you and sell your services to them, right? So you need to put the time on your calendar. You need about 2.5 hours per week in order to successfully run your YouTube channel. And this is going to be so that you can plan, batch, and schedule your content, which I'm going to talk about next, for a month at a time. Okay. So you need to put the time on your calendar and make it a priority, because this is your main marketing platform. Remember, YouTube is your commercial. YouTube is your billboard. YouTube is your ad. So can you put the 2 hours a week on your calendar? Now, I say for my business owners, if you are a side hustler, meaning you have a 9 to 5, you should be working 1 hour per day, a minimum of 7 to 10 hours per week. 2 of those hours need to go towards your marketing. And it may not take you the whole 2 hours, but I would say earmark 2.5 of your 7 to 10 hours a week that you're working on your business. Earmark that for your YouTube social media. Because in the beginning, while you're learning YouTube, it's going to take you a little bit more time. Eventually, you can probably cut that down to like 4 to 5 hours a month that you're going to be spending on your YouTube channel. But remember, it's your main marketing platform. It's going to be the main way that you are getting sales in your business. So it's absolutely okay to invest 2 hours per week. Okay. So put the time on your calendar and make it non-negotiable. Okay. Put the time on your calendar and make it non-negotiable. So when I was a side hustler, I would put the time on my calendar of when I was working on my business. And in the beginning, I was only doing YouTube. I didn't have like anything to sell for the first 9 months. So it was really just planning out my videos, recording my videos, editing my videos. But I was posting a 20-minute video every single day. So every single day I was spending 2 to 3 hours, because I would record the video, I would edit the video, I would upload the video, I would respond to comments, all in the same day. Now, I will be responding to comments from the video I posted from yesterday or the day before, but I was still doing that, if that makes sense. So put the time on your calendar. If you know you need 2.5 hours a week to work on YouTube, and I'm going to tell you in a second what to work on, find the time and put it on your calendar. And as a business owner, period, you should be marking off your 7 to 10 hours a week on your calendar, so you know when you're showing up to work in your business. You're never going to get what you want if you're not doing the work. You're never going to grow your YouTube channel, grow your business, or make sales if you're not actually doing the work. And one of the things that you really have to do in order to do the work is to block off the time. We oftentimes give our time to everybody else. We give our time to our kids. We give our time to our spouse. We give our time to our family. We give our time to our friends. We give our time to that 9 to 5. We give our time to church. But then when it comes to something that you want to do for you, something that you said was important, something that you said was a priority, your business, you put it on the back burner. And oh, it's not making money. And oh, I can't get it off the ground. Are you actually putting work in to get it done? You can't get what you want if you don't do the work. That's my mantra for the rest of this year. You can't get what you want if you don't do the work. And that's me talking to myself too. I want this, I want that, but am I doing the work to get it? Well, if it's 100, I'm only doing like 10%. You can't do 10% and expect to get what you want. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen, right? So put that time on your calendar and make it a priority. The next thing is you got to plan your content for the month. If you want to be consistent on YouTube, you cannot do what 2018 Crystal was doing and plan, record, edit, and upload a video in a day. Most of us don't have the time or the capacity to do that, and to do that well. I was not given a lot of quality content when I was doing that, because I was just churning it out and I was learning. It definitely turned me into a content machine. But Crystal today, who's full time, I'm not doing that. Now, when I started my YouTube channel in 2023, my second YouTube channel, for the first month, I posted every single day. But I planned to do that for a whole month. And even that was hard. With me planning it out, it was still hard for me to post every single day. And I quickly switched to every other day and then 3 times a week. And then I went down to once a week because it was a lot of work to do. So you want to plan your content for the month. And earlier, remember when I said, I'm going to teach you how you can plan your content for the month with just 4 topics. When you're using YouTube, you only need 4 video topics for the month, and you can plan your entire month's worth of content, your long form, your shorts, and your live from 4 video topics a month. You don't need 20 different video topics. You don't need to talk about something different every single time you make a video. Absolutely not. You should be repeating yourself. But if you want to be consistent, if you want your content to be there every single week, if you want it to flow, okay, you got to plan your content for the month. I've done it all. I planned for the day. I planned for a couple of days. I've planned for the week. I planned for 1 month. I've even planned as much as 3 months of content. I have sat down in this very chair and recorded 3 months of YouTube videos at once in one day. I've recorded 12 YouTube videos in one day. I've done it long form, 10 minutes or more videos. Okay. So it's possible, but the 1 month cadence is honestly the best cadence. It keeps me focused. It keeps me entwined with what's happening with my channel, with my audience, with my business. It doesn't allow me to go too far, and it allows me to stay on track. So you want to plan your content for the month if you want to be consistent. And this is where I'm going to teach you my plan, batch, and schedule method for being consistent. Now, this method works on any social media platform. I derived it from my YouTube channel. I shared it with my clients, but this plan, batch, and schedule works for any social media platform, okay? We're planning our content for the month. So we're planning our content for the month on YouTube. We need 1 long form video a week. So that's 4 long form videos. And if we're doing 3 shorts a week, that means we need 12 shorts. Okay. Very simply. Okay. The first couple of months, we're not going to do the shorts because you just got to get used to creating that long form content. Okay. But I'm just telling you both for an example. So you need 1 long form. That's 4 for the month. 12 shorts, that's 12. So you're going to need 16 videos for the month to have your content plan for the entire month. You need 16 videos, okay? But first things first, when it comes to planning your content, you want to pick the 4 video topics for the month. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for each week. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. If this is making sense to you on TikTok, if you can just tap the screen and let TikTok know that the content has been helpful for you, I'd really, really appreciate that if we could get some of the likes up. So if you just tap the screen on TikTok, tap the screen on Instagram, if this content has been helpful, I would really appreciate it. Okay, so 4 video topics. I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel and that I've done live on how to come up with your video topics. But to start off, it's connection content. The what's in the why of your business, the what's in the why of your industry, the what's in the why of your story. Ask yourself all the why questions, ask yourself all the what questions. That can be your video topics. You can go to Google, you can go to YouTube, you can go to your competitors, look at their comments, what questions are people asking. Those are your 4 video topics. You only need 4, okay? Once you have your 4 video topics, 1 topic per week, you are going to outline your videos, okay? So you're going to outline your long form video with 3 to 5 talking points. 3 to 5 talking points, okay? Your long form video gets 3 to 5 talking points. When you make your shorts, your first short is going to be the exact same 3 to 5 talking points, just in a shorter version. So I can talk for 8 to 10 minutes on how to stay consistent on YouTube. I've already been talking for 20 minutes on how to stay consistent on YouTube. So I could do this in a long form. I could also do this in a short. I have 7 talking points. I could literally do a short in 2 minutes to tell you this is how you stay consistent on YouTube. I just won't be able to elaborate as much as I'm elaborating right now. Okay. So 1 short is literally just the same exact thing as the long form video, just in a 2-minute version. Then you're going to make 2 1 to 2 minute videos pulling out one of those topics. So one of the talking points is plan your content for a month. I can literally do a short on this are my top tips for planning your content for the month. This is why you should plan your content for the month. This is why it's helpful to plan your content for the month. That's your second short. Your third short, pick another one, okay? How I come up with my content ideas. This is how I come up with my content ideas for my business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what I do. This is where I find it. Bam. So take 2 of your talking points, and that's each one of your shorts. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Type yes. If this makes sense on TikTok and Instagram, just tap the screen. Okay. So you outline your long form video. For your shorts, the first one is the same exact one as your long form video, but a 2-minute version. Your second short is 1 talking point from your long form. Your third short is 1 talking point from your long form. Do you see how we took one topic and we now have 4 videos? And your live is going to be a derivative. You can either pull one of the talking points out and that's your live topic, or your live topic can literally be how to stay consistent on YouTube. The same video as your long form content. A question I get all the time, but I'm repeating myself. Isn't my audience going to get bored? No. Your audience is going to watch you in all the mediums. They're going to watch your pre-recorded video so they can take notes. They're going to watch you live so that they can ask questions. They're going to watch your shorts to get a quick short boost and go, hopefully take action on it. Okay? So you want to be repeating yourself. People need to hear things 8, 10, 15 times before it solidifies in their brain and they actually take action. So it's okay to repeat yourself. So you're going to plan out your 4 video topics for the month. You're going to plan out each long form video. You're going to plan out each short. You are going to outline all of them. This is how you stay consistent. Then you're going to batch out your content. So just how we planned our content, we're going to batch record our content. You're going to sit down. You're going to block out 2 to 3 hours on your calendar. You're going to record all 4 long form videos. So what you did for week 1, you need to do that same process for weeks 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to put on your calendar, record my YouTube videos. You're going to sit down. You're going to record your long form ones. Then you're going to record your shorts. I like to do mine, on the same day. So like I'll do the first session, I record all of my long form, and then I'll take a little bit of a break. And then the second session, I'll record all of my shorts. Does this make sense? Okay. So you can do it over 2 days. I want you to put 2 hours on your calendar, record all your long form videos. Because if you're doing 4 long form videos at 10 to 15 minutes each, give yourself 2 hours. That gives you enough time to change your shirt. That gives you enough time to get some water, go to the bathroom, take a quick break. But you want to look your best and feel your best when you're recording your content. So record your long form and then record all of your shorts. Your shorts are 1 to 2 minutes. So if you need to record 12 of them, hypothetically, let's just say it takes you 36 minutes plus some time in between. You only need 1 hour to record all 12. You already have all of your outlines. So you're just going to talk in the first 4, change your shirt. Talk in the next 4, change your shirt. Talk in the next 4, change your shirt. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Type yes in the comments if this makes sense. Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. Okay. You're going to sit and you're going to batch record all of your content. This is one of the keys to this. You want to have your content batch recorded because you do not want to have to sit there. Thank you so much for the likes. You do not want to have to sit there and record content every single week. That is going to keep you inconsistent. Anything can happen. You could get sick. Your kid could get sick. Life happens. Anything can happen. But if you record all of your content at once, you have enough for the month. And then you have actually 4 weeks to record your next month. It's October right now. You should be planning and recording your November content. In November, you should be planning and recording your December content. In December, planning and recording your January content. So you have the whole month to do this process. And I'm hosting a challenge. And in my 10-day challenge, I'm going to share how to plan out your content. Now, we're going to be planning out our very first video, but I'm going to do a brief overview on this is how you plan out your content, okay? Because this is important. You want to batch record all of their content so it's done, ready to go, and you're not going week to week to week to week to week, okay? You want to make sure that your content is planned and batched for the month. Now, once all of your content is recorded, now you can edit and schedule week by week. So it's October. If you recorded all of your November content this week, you can start editing your November content next week and posting it. Like scheduling it, not posting, scheduling. So once all of your content is batched, thank you so much for that gift. Once all of your content is batched, then the next step is for you to edit and schedule. So edit and schedule week one's long form, edit and schedule week one's shorts. Done. And then the next time you edit and schedule week two's long form, you edit and schedule week two's shorts. Okay? Done. All right? I am also while I'm doing this, I'm also engaging with my audience, which is my next tip for you is I'm engaging with my audience. So every week I'm editing and I'm scheduling, and then in order to stay consistent, I'm going into my comments. 1 to 2 times per week, I'm going to my YouTube comments and I'm responding to my comments. I'm dropping links where applicable, and I'm engaging with my audience. If you want to be consistent, you have to engage. You have to be social on social media. Remember, your ideal clients are going to come to you to solve their problem. They're going to give you their hard-earned money. It does not hurt you to answer their questions. No one buys things without asking questions. So answer their questions. So take 1 to 2 days per week to respond to their comments, okay? As you are going through your month, in order to stay consistent on YouTube, keep a running list. I have a Google Doc of future content ideas. So as if you're editing and you think of something like, oh, this would be a great video idea, add it to your Google Doc of content ideas. As you're scrolling through your comments and people are asking you questions, if more than 2 people ask you the question, make a piece of content about it. Put that on your rolling content ideas. So that way, when we get to November and we're planning December's content, you can look at your running list of ideas and you can say, okay, 10 people asked me this question. I'm going to make it a video. So that way, the next time someone asks me that question, I can say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for asking me that question. Or that's a great question. I actually created a full video on it. And you can drop the link in your comments to the video, and then they can literally go watch the video. Okay. So if you want to stay consistent on YouTube, the key is planning the time to be consistent, planning out your content, planning out a day to record all of your content, and then planning out time to schedule your content. Consistency does not happen overnight. Krista Maximizer was built week by week. Over the past 7 years, I have been consistent. Okay. A lot of planning. When I'm not consistent, it's because I'm not planning. So if you want to be consistent, you have to make time to plan and you have to make time to do the work. So these are my top tips for being consistent on YouTube. I would love to open the floor for questions. What questions do you have about starting a YouTube channel for your business, having a YouTube channel for your business, or being consistent? Let me know in the comments what questions you have. If you don't have any questions, can you let me know if this was helpful? So let me know, yes, this was helpful, or no, Crystal, you talk too much. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. And if you are a business owner and you're like, Crystal, I definitely want to start a YouTube channel, I want to invite you to my challenge. I'm hosting a 10-day challenge called Create Your Channel with Chris, and I'm going to walk you through these steps in order to create a YouTube channel from scratch for your business. And I'm going to teach you how to post your very first video. So I'm going to walk you through the process of coming up with your channel name, coming up with your first video topic, outlining your video, recording your video, editing your video, uploading your video, creating your thumbnail, choosing your video title, what to put in your description box, and posting your very first video, engaging with your audience and giving you feedback on that first video. I'm literally going to walk you through everything that you need to start your YouTube channel for your business. So during the 10-day challenge, you're going to have 6 live training sessions with me. You are going to get a private Facebook group to be a part of a community with all the other business owners who are starting their business. You also are going to get a replay of all of the live trainings, okay? And you also are going to get the opportunity to be on Zoom with me and get your questions answered and get coached by me on your YouTube channel. You're also going to get feedback from your very first video, because we're all going to drop the links to our videos in the Facebook group, and then we're all going to give feedback. Everybody has to give feedback. Everybody's going to get feedback on their first long form video over on YouTube. So it's a collaborative community that is there to support you and help you. as you start a YouTube channel for your business, because I know how overwhelming it is. I know how scary it is. I know how much work it is to start a YouTube channel, and I wanted to make it easy for you. So the challenge starts on October 27th, and it's less than $5 a day to join the challenge. It's 49 bucks. So for 49 bucks, you get everything that I listed here. And you will leave with your YouTube channel up, running, and your first video posted in just 10 days. So you can go to my website, KristaMaximizer.com, click on challenge. If you're on a phone, click the 3 black dots and click on challenge, and you can sign up to save your seat. Thank you so much for the gifts. You can sign up and save your seat for the 10-day challenge to start a YouTube channel for your business. Okay. So are there any questions? Any questions? I do want to thank those of you that have been watching and engaging for joining me tonight. I'm super excited to have you here and to yap about YouTube. I love YouTube. Okay. So tomorrow's live is going to be about how to market your business on YouTube. So I'll be live. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll probably live around this time. Yeah, because Kinsley has practice, but I'll be live around this time on Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about how to market your business on YouTube. Okay. So are there any other questions before we go? No? If you have any questions after this, please feel free to slide in my DMs over on TikTok or Instagram at Krista Maximizer. Again, I am hosting a 10-day challenge to help you start a YouTube channel. So you can go to my website, KristaMaximizer.com/challenge to save your seat. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much for the follow, Diane. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.